Okay, we're going to be looking at combining sets, and I'm going to keep referencing this diagram from this Stack Overflow post. Okay, so we've already looked at union and update. Union is going to create a new set that has all of the items from either set. Update is really kind of the same thing, except what it does is it modifies the set. So if I say set1.update set2, set1's going to then have all the things that were in set2. We're also going to be looking at intersection, keep only the duplicates, difference, keep items from the first list that are not in the other set, and symmetric difference. Keep everything except the duplicate, so duplicates between those two sets. So update is the one that changes the set you're calling the method on. And there's versions of these other ones that also do the same thing. Let's start with an example of union. So I have two sets here, and I tried to make them pretty easy to see. So set A has a bunch of strings with A in them. Set B has a bunch of strings with B in them, and then they both have the numbers 1, 2, 3. So if I create the union, then combined should have the A's, the B's, and the numbers. But again, only one copy of the number. So I'll run code, then I'll run that code. And you can see I've got all three numbers. I've got all three strings that have A and all three strings that have B. I've got a note here that I can also use OR. So instead of explicitly calling the method, which is my preference because I think it makes it really clear, you can use OR and we get the same result. And you can see how I'm calling it. I'm taking the output and saving it in that variable combined. So neither set A or set B will be modified here. So there we were looking at union. A small note, you can use union with multiple sets, and similarly, I can use those vertical bars to create the union of multiple sets. We haven't learned about tuples yet, so I'll just skip this for now. And remember, update is the one that does union, but it modifies the set you're calling it on. So set 1 would be modified here, but set 2 wouldn't. Okay, now let's look at getting the intersection. And we can refer to the diagram. So union was any items in both sets. So we had the A's, we had the B's, and then we had those numbers that were in both. The intersection in our example is only going to give us the numbers because the A's and the B's aren't going to be included. So that's intersection. Let's look at that in code. Okay, so the union, again, it got any item that was in either. And now intersection, we can see what that one does. That only is going to give us the things that were in both. So the W3 Schools is calling that the duplicates. Okay, so intersection gives us the ones that are in both. And again, instead of explicitly calling the method, I can use the ampersand, and the same thing happened. Okay, that was intersection. Again, we can use the ampersand. And here's a version that modifies that first set, intersection update. I won't show calling that one. And we looked at this before, but in sets, true and 1 are considered the same value, and false and 0 are considered the same value. So actually, when we create set 2 here, it would keep only either the 1 or the true because those are considered the same value, just as if we had the string Google in there twice. It wouldn't keep both. Okay, let's look at difference. This is going to give us the things that are in set A that are not in set B. And I think it's actually kind of intuitive here that subtraction works. So it's like set A minus set B. And we can run it. And you can see I only get the A's. So the duplicate values are the things that were in both sets. I don't get those. I can also do set B dot difference and pass it the argument set A, and there I'm only going to get those B's. It's a little confusing because we use the method name difference, but actually we are going to use a different name for that in Python. We're going to use that as what this diagram calls difference. We're going to call that symmetric difference. So difference in ours was just the single unique values from one of the sets. And there's difference update that we don't save the result in a variable because we're going to modify the set that we are calling that method on. Okay, now let's look at symmetric difference. Symmetric difference is really the one we're seeing in this picture. That's symmetric difference. And symmetric difference, that method will keep only the elements that are not present in both sets. And things were getting crowded here, so I created a new box. So I'm going to call set A.symmetric differences set B, and I'm saving the output in a variable name that I tried to have make sense. I said set letters because I'm going to end up with all the letters. So it's the set excluding the things that were in both sets. And then we can use that little caret instead for symmetric difference. And symmetric difference also has an update version where it'll modify set 1.